Hi, it's Orit Krug here, dance movement therapist. Today I want to answer this question. What the heck is dance therapy and what do we do in a session? I get it. No one knows what I do until they actually do it, so I'm happy to explain. So if we were to meet for a first session, the first thing we would do is talk. Just like any other session, we would talk and you would tell me what's going on for you, what are the main issues that you're dealing with, how it shows up for you on a day-to-day level, and what would you like to achieve for yourself. And we'd probably set an intention for you for this session. We'd do that for a little bit, and then we would go into movement. And the way that I pretty much always start with my clients is that I guide you through a gradual, slow body warm up so that you can start to become comfortable moving your body and using your body as a form of expression, which is really where the awesome work happens. But even though this is so basic already, at this point you're probably already like having aha moments left and right about like what feels good in your body, what makes you feel calm, where you feel tense, some judgments that are already coming up about your body. Like there's so much information already coming up because when you move your body, it stimulates your mind and it really brings up some truths that maybe are easier to think about when you don't move your body. What I usually do next is I do an exercise called mirroring. And in short, we basically take turns reflecting each other's expressions, doing something in movement. It's basically having a conversation, but in movement. And the reason that we do this is because, first of all, you get to see me move and move with me, so you can gain some trust in who I am, because, this is a very fragile process. And what I do with you is I reflect what you're doing and what your movements are. So you're talking to me in movement, and I'm saying in movement, I hear you, I see you, exactly as you are. And a lot of stuff comes up, and like a lot of great insights, noticing what you're doing, what it is that you look like, not just on the outside, but you really notice, you start to see who you are, which I know sounds scary, but because we do it in this more playful, interactive way, it makes it a little bit easier and lighter. So I'll give you a little bit of a story of this big aha moment that a client of mine recently had in the first session. So we were mirroring, and it was my turn to mirror her. And whenever I mirror my clients, I ask them to keep looking back at me, keep checking in with me so that you can see me seeing you. What happened for the entire time that she was leading and that I was mirroring her was that she barely looked at me, even though I kept reminding her a bunch of times. And when we talked about it after, she said she completely tuned me out. She forgot I was there. And she realized this huge issue was showing up in her life with her relationship, which is that when she expresses herself, when she says something, she doesn't even tune in to see if the other person has listened or even answered or responded, because it's just much easier to tune out and not hear the response at all than risk hearing being rejected. And so this was a crucial moment. Literally, this took 5 minutes to realize, which is so awesome, that the power and the efficiency that movement can bring us. And it was a really important pivotal point to having her start communicating her needs to her partner and also doing it calmly, because now she actually had to be present. And we worked, moving forward, we had to work on how to stay present in that interaction, which she and I practiced in movement and in verbal conversation. And that's pretty much it. So like in one session, and this is again what would it look like to be in our first session. So we talk, we do some movement, we talk again, and we reflect and we relate to how this is going on in your life, especially to all the things that you already named in the beginning of the session. And it's like light bulbs going on everywhere. And the way that I work is that I am always moving with you. It's not like you are moving for me or anything like that. We are in this process together. You are not alone in it. And what I do is even though I'm moving with you, I'm also really paying close attention to you, listening / seeing your your movement cues and your body language. And I'm also paying attention to the signs that I'm getting in my body as I'm moving with you, which some of you can relate that to as intuition. So the reason that that's so helpful is because I ask you the right questions at the right time to get you to notice what it is that you're doing, gain awareness, and then break the patterns of what it is that you're struggling with that have been, these patterns that have been so hard to break in the past. Like, we do it right then and there because we are in the physical act of moving, which is behavior. So I hope that all makes sense. If you are interested in trying this out, I'm happy to offer you a 20-minute emotional release session where we do just like a little sliver of some movement together to help you release trapped emotions and to start seeing why dance therapy is so awesome. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.